Welcome back. We are in the midst of celebrating Tom Trtan's 40th anniversary here in the Ozarks, coming to you on TV as a meteorologist and then as a lifestyle personality, man about town, all of the above.
Joie de vivre.
And you've got it, my friend.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like I do.
It does. Would everybody like a piece of pie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's just cut it up.
Everybody.
I suppose.
You guys, I'll cut it and serve it. You guys ask Tom many questions.
Okay, Tom.
All right, okay.
I shall go first. Since you talked about 40 years, you've been able to keep a job for 40 years,
Yeah.
Working with people you like. What initially got you into this field? Like, what were you...
Literally what got me into it?
Well, like, what were your thoughts? Was it like after college, you're like, okay, I like being in show business, or...
That's what it was. I mean, I had done... Oh, here you go.
Sorry, I didn't want to reach
No,
you.
that's okay, that's okay. I had done theater. I had done music and singing, song and dance, different things like that. I did some of the same sorts of things that Jeremy did, only I did it on dry land.
Okay.
Oh, yep, not the cruise ships, but
Yep,
yeah.
I
you were
didn't. Cruise ships were great to be on, but not necessarily to work on. That's not an easy job. But I did a radio commercial here, but I recorded it at a studio. I had gone home on vacation, and I'd recorded it. I brought it back. It's the night it's supposed to go, before it's supposed to go on air on the radio. And the person said, I don't like it. I don't like the sound. Okay, this is on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
So I'm calling around. I finally found one person, and some of you may know him, Ralph Plank, okay, with Plank Productions here in Springfield. And I said, can you help me? Can you help me? And he went, yeah, I can help you. Come on in. And I did. I recorded the commercial in his studio. First time I'd met him.
Okay.
So we gave it to the person, the client who was putting it on the radio. They liked it. It went on. Not a problem. A couple months later, by a gentleman who was like production manager and a little different, named Larry Blackerby. He worked here. He needed a station announcer. He called Ralph Plank and said, do you know anyone who can? And Ralph went, yeah, I know a guy. And he gave him my name. And that's really how I started working in television. It was just right place at the right time.
OG networking. Hey,
Exactly.
you knew that guy who knew that guy, and it got back to you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love
That's how it
that.
happened.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, weather or doing lifestyle?
Each has its pluses. I mean, when you're in the middle of severe weather especially, and you do your job and you do it right, which is really the duty of a meteorologist. Tom, knows this. It's not to say it's going to be partly cloudy and 65 degrees.
Right.
That's not a big deal. It's to say, take shelter, get out of the way, all of that kind of stuff. When you're in the middle of that and you know you've done it right, that is a great feeling. But then to be able to goof around, which is what I really like to do with people like these, you could sport that mustache if you wanted to. That is really good.
I know.
But you're holding it out so it looks like you have no teeth.
It kind of stuck to my
I know.
lip.
I would say, Tom, another follow-up is like, how do you keep the maintenance of having such an iconic mustache for 40 years?
It gets in the way of scissors, and so I just keep, cutting it.
Just adjusting to it.
Well, it's like, I grew this when I worked in Kansas City, which would be mid-'70s. They're the only pictures my children, for instance, have seen of me without a mustache is like high school graduation or when I got married, because I had my mustache shaved at that time, and those pictures. Outside of that, if I walked into their house, they would call the police because they wouldn't know who it was.
Right.
They're like, I don't know who this man is.
Unless I spoke. Because
for sure.
many times, and that has to happen with all of you, where people go, because they hear you say something, and they key on your voice.
Yes.
Tom, any questions from you?
Yeah, I'll never forget on that note of your mustache. I'll never forget when I first came here, you asked me how old I was. At the time, I said, I'm 25. And you kind of laughed and said, my mustache is older than you, kid.
Yeah. Or the other one is I have shoes that are older than you.
But so kind of on that note, I mean, when people walk up to you over the last 40 years, what's kind of the main response that they get, that they give you like feedback-wise, just on the street? And then how does that make you feel to hear what they say?
You know, they through the career, it changes, as it will for all of you. People will remember certain things. You know, years ago it was severe weather. They said you know saved my life during the tornadoes that came. The May 4th tornadoes.
Yes, in
06?
2003, I think.
Or 3?
2003,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, in 2003, and people would say, "Oh, you saved my life." But then you also have someone who will come up to you and say, "Oh, I've watched you for years, you know, since I was in school."
That's so cool.
And then the other one, which really keeps you even, is when someone, like maybe your age, comes up and said, "My grandmother loves you."
There you go.
So it's all put into perspective, and it thrills me anytime it happens because I think it's fun. You know, I would never not speak to someone, and that's one thing that my kids always said. It's like, okay, we're going to have to put the milk back because it's going to be warm by the time Dad's done talking to this person. And that would happen.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it happens to you guys. You get stopped and you talk to people.
Of course.
I still think one of the best times when I first started here, we were doing Daybreak, and we had an ice cream truck outside, and someone was asking for Tom Trtan, and this is like literally my first week. And I'm like, no, like Tom's, and I thought it was Tom Schmidt because this is when Jesse and I were rotating for midday.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's literally doing the weather right now. They're like, well, Tom hasn't done the weather in a minute. And I'm like, oh, and then so Tom walks in that one day, like finally, like at the Seashells, we're opposite shifts at the time. And you're like, hey. Like, and it was so funny. But now every time people talk, they'll ask about you if I'm out and about. And I'm like, of course I know Tom. I see him every morning. And
Yeah.
How do you not know Tom Trtan?
Well, it's cool. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Tom, it's been, we only have a minute left, though. Biggest change over the 40 years? Can you even pinpoint that? Because I'm sure a lot has changed.
Just tons of changes. I mean, usually using tape, you know, to record things. You really aren't taping anything anymore. You're recording it because there's no tape involved. It's all digital. It happens so much more quickly. You have a result right now, and you can edit it a lot easier than you did, you know, back when it was on tape.
Yeah. Well, Tom, we celebrate you. Happy 40th here at the station. Here's to 40 more.
Okay.
40 more.
And
Thank
for lemon
you.
meringue pie. Enjoy, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Thank you.
Tom.
Congrats, Tom. We'll be back with our
Everybody
shelter
get a bite.
spotlight right after this.
Oh, good one.
I love a good tart lemon pie.
Oh, that's
I don't want to get hair in my...